Official.StreetSmarks@gmail.com is how you want to contact us. Listen to us right here exclusively on YouTube, Street Smart Audio, or fuck with us. Official.StreetSmarks on SoundCloud and IG, Street Smart Fanpage on Facebook, Street_Smarks on Twitter, ECW Memories with the Goofs. This is the Extreme Retro Review for ECW, January 17th, 1995. I don't have the Tape Trader show again for this week and next week. So hot stuff, being the paragon of professionalism.
That's right.
We'll be leading this week as well. Take it away.
Don't worry, the paragon of professionalism has you, everybody. Like Allstate, you're in good hands. The time for this show on the WWE Network was 45 minutes. Foods, Fooge, what did you think of the show?
Overall, I cannot suffer through the network theme music. They all suck.
Yeah, it was bad.
How do you guys do this shit? I feel blessed that I am awarded the unedited versions of the TV shows, because this network shit is abysmal and boring just for the music alone.
Oh, man.
Mikey and Loria put on a great match of the year contender. Al Snow debuts. The Pitbulls finally aren't jobbers anymore. I said, a thumbs up, good match-heavy show.
All right. So the show opens, speaking of the music that you were talking about, it opens with a generic video with generic music featuring Raven, who's walking out. I'm not sure what city he's in. I'm guessing somewhere in New Jersey, since that's where he's from, or
probably the suburbs of Philadelphia.
Or maybe in the suburbs of Philadelphia, somewhere snowy. And he's rocking a t-shirt and a leather jacket. And he has a long sleeve shirt tied around his waist. And he has on boots, and he also has on shorts.
He has on jorts.
Oh, yes, I stand corrected. He does have on the classic John Cena jean shorts.
Yes, they're afraid to go with his grunge look.
And the shit made me, and we were discussing this a little bit before the show. I was trying to think of what it reminded me of. And I said it reminded me of, like, you know how you're watching a show about high school and the main star wants to make a music video, and this is the video that he made, and you reference Saved by the Bell.
Zach Morris is trash.
And the Friends Forever, except for when they were showing clips of the Friends Forever shit, that was way better than the Raven video that we saw here.
So I can only imagine on the Tape Trader version of the show, they played his actual theme music, which is the Offspring, Come Out to Play. You know what I'm saying? Hey, are you disrespecting me? Take them out. You gotta keep them separated. You remember that song back in the day?
Not off the top of my head.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Point being is, so he's walking through this fucking cul-de-sac, and like in the background there's like nice houses and shit.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a nice, safe neighborhood.
And I was like, you're supposed to really focus on Raven being all grungy and everything, because if you look at the background, it's a nice neighborhood.
It is.
It's way nicer than the neighborhood that I grew up in. And then it goes into a boiler room promo. You know what I'm saying? He's like, the world is filled with kings and queens. Kurt Cobain couldn't make it.
Here, let me handle this. The world is full of kings and queens. They'll blind your eyes and steal your dreams.
Terrible.
Kurt Cobain didn't make it. And it left an entire generation of tortured souls behind. Tommy Dreamer, take heed. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
So we got Joey at the Nest. He's running down the card for tonight's show. It's saying that it's the debut of Al Snow, the Snowman. And then they got a match between the Pitbulls and the Bad Breed, and the losing team must split up.
The first match of the night we have is Mikey Whipwreck versus his former partner and best friend and self-proclaimed and professed giant Paul Loria.
Along with Jason, the sexiest man on earth.
Pause. They do the intros and they immediately cut to Mikey's video package of him initially getting his ass whooped. And then they show his flukish TV title win. And then they show his equally as flukish tag team title win. And then they show him getting beat down afterwards. So then they cut back to the match finally and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just love when they interrupt a match with videos of one of the protagonists getting his ass whooped or looking like a fluky winner or whatever. But Mikey starts the match off strong. You know, he's putting the beat down on Paul Loria. Sign guy has a sign that says Mikey must be destroyed. But anyway, the action carries outside after Mikey clotheslines Paul over the top and he follows him over and shit. Mikey still has the advantage until he charges into Paul and Jason at the same time. And unfortunately for poor Mikey, they give him the hot shot right into the guardrail. Fuck his whole chest areas up and shit. And then they regain control of the match and shit. And then Paul punk ass rolls him into the ring and stuff. He starts to take control. And Joey, he makes what he says. He says, Paul has great power for a little guy.
I want to note that the Giant is the smallest person in the ring.
Yeah. Smaller than a referee.
He's smaller than Mikey Whipwreck. He's smaller than his manager, Jason, the sexiest man on earth. And Finnegoof is Braun Strowman compared to the Giant as far as size and stature is concerned.
Oh, shit.
Please continue.
I couldn't concur more. That's why it's very hard for me to call this little dweeb a giant, but it's pro wrestling, so what are you going to do? Mikey attempts a comeback, but then Paul, probably from the savvy teaching of his manager Jason, low blows Mikey right in the nads and derails any attempt at a comeback. Paul's doing his moves for a bit, doing suplexes and forearm drops and shit, you know what I'm saying? They end outside the ring again. Loria, whatever his name is, he's on the opposite side of the guardrail. My nigga Mikey climbs up to the top rope, hits this motherfucker from the top rope. Paul is probably, Joey says he's in the third row. But anyway, he launches off the top rope, hits this motherfucker with a crossbody block, you know what I'm saying, from the top rope to basically the third floor. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Crowd was loving it, they go ham. Joey's like, oh my god! He was on 10. Crowd was going nuts. So they battling some more. The finish comes around when Jason makes his whole ass up onto the apron and shit. Mikey decks him one time, and then him and Loria, I think they have a sunset flip or whatever. Mikey kicks out, his shit stands up, turns his back to Jason. Jason, in full view of the referee, kicks Mikey in the back of the head. And all the ref does is just yells at him. Before I proceed, where was the disqualification at, Fooge?
The referee, Finnegoof, is leader of the Gooflicus 3. And he's an idiot. Yeah. Please go
Oh man, so I literally lost my shit right there at that point, obviously. And then obviously the finish is coming. So Mikey staggers up, Paul Loria climbs up to the top rope, does Mikey finish with the flying bulldog from the top rope, gets the 1, 2, 3. Mikey attempts to gets a little vengeance at the end of the match. He's putting the beat down on Jason and shit. Paul gets a chair, makes the save and shit. And then they get up out of there. Your thoughts on the match?
Loved the match. I gave it a 3. Gave it 3 stars. I like the fact that Loria used Mikey's finish. I'm a big fan of blood feuds and using the same finisher move, you know what I'm saying, to really, take the feud to a new level. Paul Loria is very tiny.
Yes.
His only saving grace is that he can work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The work was so believable because it was sloppy, but it looked like a fight.
Exactly.
So it worked for me. So all their moves weren't precise and they weren't choreographed. I mean, they were definitely planned spots, but you could tell that these guys knew going in that they cannot have a competitive match. They need to have a fight,
right,
with some moves,
right,
with some moves. Love the finish. Hated the fact that Jason kicked Mikey in front of Finnegan.
Yeah. Oh my God, it drove me crazy.
But I liked all the callback spots. Mikey did a cactus clothesline. They did the double post ball shot on Mikey, recounted by us. Hardcore Heaven, Extreme Wrestling Review number 80. But outside of that, great match. I love the great start to a feud.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Basically everything you said, I really enjoyed the match. The Jason shit took me right out of it for a second and shit. And then, luckily it was for the finish and shit, and it was a decent match beforehand. I mean, the rest of the shit after that, it was cool, but, how do you kick him? And it's like the Finnegoof didn't say it. Like, he saw him kick him and he just ignored it. Like, he saw him kick Mikey in the head and he's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
He sold the fucking kick.
Right.
What a goof. Finnegoof.
So, in a match that could have been 8 out of 10 or something like that, that drops it to, a 6.5 and shit. I hate to say, but... Thanks for Finnegoof. Way to go.
So we have an extreme encyclopedia featuring Bad Breed and the Pitbulls. It was obviously so riveting, I never mentioned to write it down. Joey's back at the nest, detailing the Crippler's path of destruction. It shows him beating up Sabu twice. It shows him crippling the Shah with a dragon suplex. And then fucking up All-American Ron Simmons' shoulder, along with the shooter.
I put in my notes, big deal. After that, Al Snow makes his debut, and in the understatement of the year, Joey Styles says nothing fancy about Al Snow. And he couldn't be more correct because as soon as he came out, for some reason I was expecting, what does everybody want? What does everybody need? I was expecting head Al Snow. And no, out came motherfucking Screech from Saved by the Bell with a mullet, Al Snow.
Zach Morris is trash.
So... he's making his debut against Osama Nishimura,
a.k.a. Jobber Jap.
He flew all the way from Tokyo to lose to a guy who looks like a dweeb. So they start off with some catch-can mat-based wrestling, trading holds. Excuse me.
Poonie Poon Pulverizer, Floridian slip.
No, so if anybody want to trade some hoes, I got a few that I want to get rid of. I ain't gonna get into all the, every move and shit. But, they have a decent match that comes to an end when Al drops a leg. He drops his... All right, so let me set the stage for you. Jobber Jap is hanging over the top rope and shit. So, like, his stomach is over the top rope, his legs is over one side, and the rest of his torso is on the other side, face down. Al Snow climbs up to the top rope, drops his leg on his back, I guess neck, head area.
Goddamn, Eric Bischoff, front leg back kick ass nigga.
And
Look,
a guillotine.
Al Snow guillotine.
Yeah.
Jobber Jap for the dub.
But it looks so terrible that I don't want to call it a guillotine.
It was a terrible guillotine because it was completely assisted by Jobber Jap. Jobber Jap.
Well, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, because he was laying there like laundry and drying in the breeze, and then, he had to help Al Snow out to make it look any kind of credible. But anyway, what did you think of the match?
First off, Joey is a dweeb. He says, Al Snow is the snowman, and then he says, no cute nicknames for Al Snow. What an idiot. Where's Scoop?
Damn. That's very harsh right there.
Question, Hot Stuff.
Yes, sir.
Has Jobber Jap won a match in America?
I don't recall him winning one, just off the top of my head.
When Shane Douglas turned into the Anti-Monitor and folded the NWA universe, right?
Uh-huh.
Shooter ended up, Dean Malenko ended up becoming the Shooter.
Okay, right.
Why didn't Osamu Nishimura become anybody better? He was a loser then. He's a loser now.
I guess some things are just always meant to be.
Who the fuck did he piss off? Like, he's young boy for somebody in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Is he like Inaki's young boy? And he says, you go to Philadelphia. Job for everyone.
Well, when Malenko was sucking up to Shane Douglas right before he destroyed the universe, because he had to come back to this motherfucking scooter. Apparently, he was doing some major ass kissing. But apparently, when he was doing that, Nishimura was somewhere taking a shit or something, or he was I don't know what he was doing, because he got screwed in the remix deal.
He got screwed. That nigga's the psycho pirate of Extreme Championship Wrestling. Nobody's gonna get that shit.
Oh, poor Nishimura, poor psycho pirate.
So we have a pubic enema promo. It's terrible.
It is terrible. Oh yeah, they're infringing on my motherfucking trademark. Talking about looking up. Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, I'm sorry. Fuck did they say?
It's awful. I don't know.
Yeah, it was terrible, and it pissed me off because I am rocking the crest of the House of L on my chest right now. So for them to even utter anything that even referring to myself and my legacy is very offending and very appalling.
This is what I wrote. PE promo with a terrible Superman-esque theme. Another shout-out promo. Flashbacks of butt-fucking Joey Styles. They bury Sabu and Taz. They bury the Crippler and the Shooter. They bury Vince McMahon. They talk about Shane and Tully. LOL. And they finally bury Paul and say he's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, they thank the fans and peace out. Joey is back, teasing the main event. It's going to be, for those who forgot, Bad Breed versus the Pitbull. Pitbulls, losing team must split up forever. So they come right back to the match and they're going at it. Big over-the-top brawl that you would expect from the two teams involved. You got your chairs, you got your cookie sheets, you got blood and all that other stuff. There, let me pass this to you. The finish comes when one of the Bad Breed tries to set up Pitbull number one for their finisher. But Pitbull number 1 hits who it turns out to be Axel with the Frankensteiner.
I called it a Franken Staffordshire.
Very nice. For those who don't know, that's a Pitbull reference. He hits Axel with the freaking Frankensteiner. Ian has his back turned to the whole thing because he just knows it's over and shit. He got his arms up in the air. The ref is counting 1, 2. He's putting his fingers up in the air with each count. He's lifting up 1, 2 fingers on 2. Ref counts to 3. Pitbulls celebrate. Axel or Ian still has no clue that they lost and shit. Joey is, they cut back to Joey real quick. He says, you know, saying let's respect what the, before we cut to that, what did you think about that match prior to them cutting to Joey Styles?
I thought it was a good match. Classic ECW style brawl between 2 tag teams. It finally got the Pitbulls over as something credible after getting chokeslammed by 911 and suplexed by Tasmaniac and thrown through tables by Sabu for the past 6 months. So for now, there's something viable going into 1995. So I'm all with it.
That's what's up. I was definitely glad to see the Pitbulls get a win, and you know, not look like bitches anymore and shit, basically. So after that, we have Joey saying some nice words about Bad Breed, trying to pay a little homage. But right after that, for whatever reason, Axel, the person who got pinned by the Frankenstein. Well, you know, I guess I could probably understand why he's upset. Like, motherfucker, pay attention to the match. But anyway, he just starts whooping Ian's ass and shit. And, you know, they beating the fuck out of each other. And it looks like the Bad Breed, or as you had mentioned to me in the past, and I see this is the genesis of it, but looks like the Rottens are going to be feuding.
Forever.
Oh, shit. So this is how they keep their jobs, huh?
For at least the next 6 months.
Nice. Oh man, overall I thought it was a pretty good show. Some of the well, I won't say so, yes, was it yeah, the both finishes were the shit where the referee didn't do nothing about Jason kicking nothing in the head, and Elf Snow's struggle guillotine kind of sucked me out of the matches, which is kind of a shame. But outside of that, I would say it was a pretty good show. I would say if I had to give it a number rating, I would give it overall. I would give it a solid 8. It should have been a 10, but I'll give it a solid 8.
So in 1994, you gave everything letter grades. Mm-hmm. So in 95, we switching it up to numbers?
Not necessarily, but I'm calling a show today, so you know, say it might just be for this, you know, say, or maybe not. We'll see.
Next week, January 24th, cruising into the February 4th show known as Double Tables. We out. Peace.